It's 11 p.m. and I've been doing this for 2 hours. My brain feels like scrambled eggs. I know I should stop, but I just can't. My thumb just keeps scrolling, and if that feels a little too familiar, you're definitely not alone. In the US, the average person checks their phone a staggering 352 times a day. That's about once every 3 minutes. But what if for just 7 days we could break that cycle? This isn't just about putting my phone down more often. This is a 7-day, science-backed phone detox designed to literally fix my brain. And I'm going to show you exactly how you can do it too, so you can reclaim your focus, your time, and yeah, even your happiness. But before we get to the challenge, you have to understand what we're up against. This little device in your pocket has been perfectly engineered to hijack a very primitive part of your brain, the dopamine reward system. Think of dopamine as your brain's little good job chemical. Back in the day, you'd get a hit of it from things that helped you survive, finding food, connecting with people. But now, every notification, every like, every endless scroll gives you a tiny fake hit of dopamine. Your brain loves these easy wins, so it keeps nudging you to check your phone, locking you into a powerful habit loop. The problem is, this constant low-grade buzz is having some serious side effects. Scientists are finding that too much phone time is linked to some pretty alarming changes in our brains. First, it can mess with a key neurotransmitter called GABA. Think of GABA as your brain's brake pedal. It's what helps calm you down and manage stress. Some studies have found that people with smartphone addiction have an imbalanced ratio of GABA, similar to what's seen in other addictions. This imbalance is directly connected to feeling more anxious, tired, and constantly on edge. Second, and this is the part that really gets me, some research suggests a link between chronic phone use and a physical reduction in gray matter. A few studies have shown less gray matter in key areas like the insula and temporal cortex, which are critical for self-awareness, managing your emotions, and controlling impulses. This could be a big reason why your attention span feels shorter, and why it's so hard to just put the phone down. It's not that you have no willpower, your brain is being physically rewired. So this 7-day detox isn't just a break. It's an intervention. It's about giving your brain the breathing room it needs to reset those chemical imbalances and start to heal. To make this a real mental reset, I set some strict but simple rules for the next 7 days. The goal here is to be intentional, not to go live in a cave. Rule 1. All social media apps are gone, not logged out, deleted. The temptation is just too strong. Rule 2. All non-essential notifications are off. The only things that can make my phone buzz are calls and texts from my actual contacts. No news alerts, no email pings, nothing. Rule 3. The phone is not allowed in the bedroom. At all. I bought a cheap $5 alarm clock to replace it. The blue light from our screens is a well-known disaster for sleep quality, and I wanted to kill that problem at the source. Rule 4. No phone during meals. Whether I'm by myself or with family, mealtime is for eating and thinking, not scrolling. Rule 5. I scheduled 2 30-minute phone check windows each day. One at noon, one at 5 p.m. Outside of those times, the phone is on silent and out of sight. These rules are all designed to do one thing: break the compulsive checking habit and turn my phone back into a tool, not a toy. Days 1 and 2. The withdrawal. Not gonna lie, the first 48 hours were rough. My thumb seemed to have a mind of its own, like constantly reaching for a phone that wasn't there. I even felt phantom vibrations, that creepy feeling where you think your phone is buzzing in your pocket, but it's not. It was a jarring reminder of how deep this habit goes. The biggest enemy was boredom. Standing in line for coffee, waiting for the train, these were the empty spaces I'd normally fill with a quick scroll. Now I was just there. It was awkward. I felt restless and anxious, which makes perfect sense when you think about the brain's GABA imbalance. My brain was basically screaming for its usual dopamine fix, and I was saying no. I also noticed how much I used my phone to dodge any feeling of discomfort. A moment of stress at work? Check my email. A flicker of social anxiety? Open Instagram. Without my digital pacifier, I actually had to sit with those feelings. It wasn't fun, but it felt important. Days 3 and 4. The fog begins to lift. Around day 3, something clicked. The intense gnawing craving started to fade. And instead of feeling bored, I started feeling present. I noticed things on my walk to work I'd never seen before. I actually made eye contact with people. I picked up a real physical book for the first time in months and discovered I could read for more than 5 minutes without feeling that twitchy urge to check something. My focus was slowly crawling back. It was like my brain, no longer being blasted by a fire hose of information, could finally process a single thought from start to finish. And the sleep. That was the biggest shock. Without the late-night scrolling, I fell asleep faster and woke up feeling genuinely rested for the first time in years. Waking up without immediately grabbing my phone to check a dozen apps was a total game changer. It set a calm, focused tone for the whole day. Days 5 and 6. Reclaiming my brain. By day 5, I felt like a different person. The mental fog was gone, replaced by a clarity I didn't even realize I'd lost. My thoughts felt linear and deep, not scattered and shallow. I had a 2-hour dinner with a friend, and my phone never left my bag. I was completely there, and the conversation felt so much richer for it. My productivity at work went through the roof. With no notifications to pull me away, I could sink into deep, uninterrupted work. That low-grade anxiety that had become my background noise had quieted down to a whisper. I just felt calmer and more in control. I started filling the old scrolling time with other things. I went for a walk in the park. I listened to a whole album without multitasking. I just sat on my balcony and watched the world go by. I was replacing the cheap, fake dopamine from my phone with healthier, more meaningful sources. Day 7. The reflection. On the final day, looking back at the week, the change was profound. This was never just about screen time. It was about reclaiming my own mind. The biggest lesson was realizing my phone wasn't just distracting me. It was fundamentally changing how my brain worked, making me more anxious and less focused. The detox proved that these effects aren't permanent. Our brains can heal. My ability to concentrate came back, my anxiety dropped, and my overall sense of well-being skyrocketed. I felt more connected to myself and the people in my life. So, how do you take this feeling back into a world where phones are pretty much mandatory? The goal isn't to get rid of technology forever, it's to use it on your own terms. Here are the science-backed strategies I'm using to hold on to this new clarity. First, make your phone boring again. I switched my screen to grayscale, which makes all those shiny, colorful apps way less appealing. I deleted every app I don't truly need and hid the rest in folders on the second page, so my home screen is totally blank. It adds just enough friction to make you ask, do I really need to open this right now? Second, create non-negotiable no-phone zones. For me, the bedroom and the dinner table are now sacred, screen-free spaces. This is huge for protecting your sleep and your relationships. Setting these boundaries is how you re-establish that you control your phone, not the other way around. Third, replace scrolling with living. When you feel that urge to scroll, have a backup plan. Keep a book in your bag. Find a podcast for your commute. Or just do nothing. Let yourself be bored. Boredom is where creativity and deep thinking come from. Finally, practice digital mindfulness. Whenever you reach for your phone, just pause for a second and ask yourself, what am I trying to do? Am I looking for information, or am I just looking for a distraction? That tiny pause can be enough to break the cycle of compulsive use. This week has been one of the most powerful things I have ever done for my mental health, and I truly believe it can change your life too. If you're ready to take back control, let me know in the comments. What's the first app you're going to delete? It's a small move, but it's a powerful start. And if you want more science-backed strategies for improving your life, make sure to subscribe. Your brain is not broken, it's just been overloaded. Phone addiction is real and its effects on your brain are measurable. But the good news is that your brain is incredibly resilient. By intentionally disconnecting, you can let it reset and heal. You can rebuild your focus, lower your anxiety, and rediscover the joy of just being present in your own life. You don't have to commit to a full 7-day detox to start. Just try it for one day. Leave your phone at home and go outside. See how you feel. Take the first step to break free from the algorithm and reclaim your mind. You have the power to fix your brain. You just need to give it a chance.